Hello! So, once again, I have a tier list for you guys. This one is actually one that I want to do for a very long time, and I actually did one, but recording off Elgato on a N64 and using a converter, it had problems and I was not able to properly record game footage for that video, so it ended up being scrapped. As you know, Mario Party 1 and 2 is now on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, so I now have an opportunity to do this tier list again. It's gonna be a bit different from the one that I did last time. I don't even know why I'm telling you this, because the video was never technically uploaded, but playing these mini games recently has kind of had me reevaluate where I would put them. The majority of them are gonna go where they go, but then there's also a handful that's gonna be moving up and down on the list. So you know how a tier list works. I don't really have to explain it. S is the best, F is the worst, and then everything else in between that is between that. So without further ado, let's get this started. So, we got Balloon Burst. So when I was a kid, I was shit at this game because I didn't understand the concept of alternating buttons. I would press A and B like together, or A and Z together, instead of like A, Z, A, Z, you know, switching between the two. So I would always lose until one day it just clicked in my head and was like, oh, okay, that's how you do this shit. I'll put Balloon Burst at B. It's not the worst minigame, but there's more minigames that I like more than that. But I wouldn't say it's like mid-range either. I would at least call it good. Alright, next we have Mario Bandstand. Okay, now this one's interesting. It's a rhythm game, and your experience on it, or rather, how much fun you have, depends on which instrument you get. Namely, the only one that's really different is the conductor, because all the other ones you just have to tap the A button in accordance to the instrument's placement on the screen. The conductor has a totally different fucking system where you have to move your control stick in accordance with the rhythm of each of the four music symbols in the corner, which that was another thing that I didn't realize how to do until I was older. And anytime I was the conductor when I was a kid, I would always fucking lose. I would say C, just because of like the wild variation of just the one player being the conductor. I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but I don't know, I just feel like it's kinda uneven. Okay, next we have Grab Bag. So this one is one where you're in a room and you can jack money from the other players. If you know what you're doing, you could really make bank in this. I'm gonna say that's a C. Like I said, it feels kinda mid. I might roll that up to a B, maybe, but I think C for that right now is good enough. Alright, next we have Bobsled Run. I'll put that as a B. It's a 2v2 minigame, and you're basically just racing against the other team. Controls are pretty simple. It's alright, there's not much to it. Next we got Bombs Away. I'm gonna S tier that one because Bombs Away is really fucking fun. And it's one of those, one of the few mini games that's been in multiple Mario parties. It was in Mario Party 2, it was in the Top 100, and it was also in Mario Party Superstars. So it came back like 4 times. Like, only a handful of mini games have ever done that, and it deserves it. It's fucking great. Next we have Bombsketball. It's 2v2 basketball, except your ball is a bomb. It's a B. It has a potential to be really one-sided once you know what the fuck you're doing, or if you don't know what you're doing, it could also be one-sided. Yeah, it's alright. I would have been, if it came back in the other ones, that would have been cool, but it didn't break my heart that it didn't show back up. Next we got Bowl Over. Yeah, I'm put that as an E. I never was like huge on Bowl Over, like either whenever I was the person bowling or one the bowling pins trying to avoid being hit by the Koopa shell. Yeah, it's bowling, man. What can you do, you know? Box Mountain Mayhem, that's an E. The basic premise is it's a coin collecting minigame, and there's a stack of boxes, and then some of them are like random where they will shoot you off from the stack of boxes, and you gotta regroup and go back in and try to grab coins. And I don't know, it's of the coin mini games, I think it's probably the weakest of the entire first Mario Party. Bumper Balls, this is fucking easy. That is an S tier mini game, just like Bombs Away. It's been in Mario Party 2, it's been in Top 100, and it's been on Superstars. So classic ass mini game. Buried Treasure. You know what? I'm gonna put that as a B. Basic concept is you're digging around for treasure. The ground is obscured, so you don't see it until you start digging on it inside of it. If you've played Mario Party 3 Eats a Pizza, it's kind of like that, but the game ends when one person finds a chest. It's alright. Next we have Castaways. I'm gonna put that as a B. Castaways, it's a coin collecting mini game. You're on a shore and there's like coins and coin bags and treasure chests out there, you know, full of coins, and you just gotta cast your line and reel it in. This is the only control stick mini game that I actually enjoy, where you spin the fucking control stick, because I mean, it's not, since you're not racing against other people, you're just racing against the clock. You don't really have to go so hard and fuck up your hand. Okay, we got Coin Block Bash. I think this is the first. No, it's not. Fucking Bowl Over is already there. That's 1 vs 3 mini game. So this is our next 1 vs 3 mini game. I'm gonna put that as E. So I'm gonna put that as an E, and then I'm gonna put this one as a B. I'll raise you up to a C. So B tier is a Coin Block Blitz. It's a simple ass mini game. You just jump and hit the blocks, and you get coins, and whoever gets the most coins, well, I mean, you don't get the most. It's a coin collecting mini game, essentially. Its sister is Coin Block Bash, which is a 1-on-3 mini game, which there's one person with a hammer, and there's 3 people without hammers, and the blocks are made out of bricks now, so it takes multiple hits to break the block, unless you have the hammer, which you can hit that in one go. if you swing it vertically, or if you swing the hammer horizontally, you could knock people away and steal their block. Also, if you're skilled enough, if you're one of the 3 players, you can just punch the person with the hammer and get the hammer and use it for yourself. So, I don't know, the whole thing's just kind of cumbersome. I don't think it's like a bad game, but if I had to choose between the 2, I would just do Blitz because it's more straightforward. Next we got Crane Game. This is gonna be an F because I feel like the hallmark of a good 1 vs 3 minigame is like some sort of competitive balance between the 3 players and the 1. Like it shouldn't be completely lopsided in one side's favor over the other. Crane Game completely fails that because the power is 100% on the person in the crane. All you can do as one of the 3 players is just tap A to kind of wiggle out. And I mean, if you're going against human players, it's probably fine. But if you're playing against the fucking computer, you're 9 times out of 10 they're gonna just take you anyway. So I don't know. The one in Mario Party 2 is a lot better because there's no coins on the line. You don't lose 1/3 of your coins if you get tossed in the pipe. I don't fucking like it. Next we have Crazy Cutter. Yeah, I'm gonna have that as a B. It's basically you're just cutting the line. You're just drawing on the line, follow the dotted line, that kind of shit. And there's different shapes based off of different Mario characters. It came back in Mario Party 2, and I think it's also in in Mario Party Superstars. I don't think it made a top 100. It's an alright minigame. It doesn't bother me none. Next we have Treasure Divers, or Deep Sea. I think this is Deep Sea Divers. I'm gonna do that as an E. It's a 2v2 minigame. One person's in a boat, the other person's underwater, and the person underwater has to dive down and grab the treasure chest and bring it up to the boat. The person in the boat has to reel up the person in the treasure chest because they have them on a fishing line. This one depends heavily on what side you're on and how good your partner is. Yeah, I prefer other 2v2 minigames to this one, and the other game, Deep Sea Divers or Treasure Divers, is much more fun in my opinion. Next we got Desert Dash. That's a C. That's a C. Basically, it's another 2v2 minigame. You're in a race. You and your partner is on skis, and you gotta turn the control stick left and right to make it to the goal, to inch forward. It's a race with weird controls. Okay, we got Facelift up next. That is a definite S. Obviously, it's based off of the little face minigame in Super Mario 64. This came back in Mario Party 2. It came back in Superstars, and I think is in the top 100, but don't quote me on that. Another amazing minigame. Ghost Guess, I'm gonna give that an E. It's a style of minigame that does not come up in the later Mario Parties anymore. The one-player minigame. And basically you're in a middle of a circle, and there's a bunch of boos coming around you, and you have to choose the one that's the leader, and the leader is the one that starts their synchronized movement. They say looking at the shadows can help you determine which one is which, but in recent years, I found out that it's much easier to figure out who the fucking leader is by just looking at the model of the character. It's, I mean, once you know the trick is alright, but it doesn't set my world on fire. Next we have Bash and Cash. That's an E because unless you're the 3 people you're playing against are 100% fucking brain dead, you're gonna lose a shit ton of money if you're the single player playing as Bowser or in the Bowser suit. It's really lopsided. Next we have Ground Pound, another 1-player minigame. That's a C. All you have to do is just ground pound the flat posts. That's it. Not much to it. It's the definition of mid. Next we have Hammer Drop. So this one's gonna be weird. So this comes back in Mario Party Superstars, which is a much better version. I would probably put that version of it as C or possibly even a B. The reason why this is an E is because the rules of the minigame aren't hard themselves. All you have to do is just grab the coins and avoid the hammers that the Hammer Bro throws down while you're on this platform. The problem is that the coins and the coin bags are pre-rendered and you're at a weird angle, so it's kind of hard to tell where exactly they're landing. So if not for that weird interface thing, it would be a notch or two higher, but since we're reviewing the original version, it's gonna get what it fucking gets. Next we have Hand Car Havoc. 2v2 minigame, it's a race, you're in a hand car, you gotta tap A really fast. I don't know what it was this time playing it. I remember whenever I was a kid, this was a fine minigame, I enjoyed it, but this go around, well, I don't know if it's because I'm just playing on a Pro controller and not an N64 controller, but that shit was not fun. It's not bad enough for me to put it in F, because I still think it's a fine minigame, but I don't know, man, it sucks to control on anything but an N64 controller. An N64 controller is weird as hell if it's fucking 3 prongs. This is one of the ones where like I was really surprised at how much I bounced off of this shit. Next we have Hot Bob-omb. Fuck. I mean, it's basically just fucking hot potato. Yeah, that's a C. If you ever played Hot Potato, you know how this game works, and just imagine that the potato this time is a bob-omb. That's the minigame. Next we have Hot Rope Jump. I'm going to put that at a B. This came back in Mario Party 2. I don't know if it's in Top 100 or Superstars. But basically you gotta jump and avoid the rope made out of potaboos, or is it potaboos? I don't know. The fucking fireball things in Mario. Yeah, you just jump. It's pretty simple. Yeah, I think it's the epitome of a B. Next you have Keep Away. It's one of the rare, like, 4-player cooperative minigames. You really don't see that at all in the later Mario parties, at least not that I can think of at the top of my head, where you're just all cooperating. So just because of how unique it is, it's not, I don't think it's at the level of bumper balls and facelift, but I think that's worth an A. Not Block Tower is a one-player minigame. You pretty much gotta punch and kick the crates and avoid hitting the fucking womps. Or are they womps? Yeah, you know, one of those guys. It's a womp. He's a womp. Okay, yeah, womp, 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 womp. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna put that as an A. I don't know, it's really simple. It's not much to it, but I just like it for some reason. Next we have Limbo Dance. Basically, it's another one player. You gotta tap your B presses to move down the line of limbo poles. Don't press it too much or you'll fall down and lose the game. But if you don't go low enough, you'll crack your neck on the pole and also lose. So be mindful of that. That's gonna be it's a B. It's a fine mini game. Next we got Slot Machine. That's a C. It's just a fucking slot machine. Okay, now we have Bumper Ball Maze. 1, 2, and 3, which I'm going to rank all of them at the same because it's the same essential game due to the uniqueness of it. I'll put them in A. Because outside of Mario Party 2's Driver's Ed minigame, there's not really anything else like these after like Mario Party 2, so yeah. Next we have Memory Match. You basically match the pictures. That's a C. Mushroom Mix-Up. Oh my god. Probably my favorite minigame maybe of the entire Mario Party series, at least all the ones that I've played. Yeah, 4-player minigame. Toad is gonna lift up a flag that's gonna correspond with the color of the mushroom. You gotta get that mushroom for the other one's donkey in the ocean. It's fun as hell. A version of it is in Mario Party 2 and Top 100 as Hexagon Heat, and it comes back as Mushroom Mix-Up in Mario Party Superstars, which I was super glad for that to come back. Next you got Musical Mushroom. Musical chair, so with a twist, you're not sitting in a chair, you gotta race to get a treasure chest in the center of the map. That's a B. That's a B. Next we have Paddle Battle. This is a control stick spinning minigame. This gets a fucking F because, oh my god, man, if you don't know, look up Mario Party control stick or look up Mario Party Tug of War or the Mario Party glove, because shit got so bad that there was fucking lawsuits and Nintendo had to pay out ass to give gloves to people who wanted them or asked for them whenever people started like blistering the center of their fucking hand. Since we're on the subject, Pedal Power, 1-player minigame, spin the stick, gets an F, fuck that game. Next we have Piranha's Pursuit. I'll give this a B, and I think, going off what I'm seeing here on my list, this is the first 1 versus 3 minigame that's gotten past the E or C tier. Yeah, I think it's the closest one, or one of the closest ones to having an actual balance on it. Because your 3 players are on a cloud, and they're ground pounding the cloud to make rain come down to have the piranha plant go faster to catch the person on the skateboard. And all the person on the skateboard has to do is just jump over the obstacles and try to get caught by the piranha plant. I feel like it's pretty balanced. And since we're on the subject of 1 versus 3 minigames, we have Pipe Maze, which is There's a series of pipes that connects to each individual player, and the screen scrolls up really, really fast, so you can't tell which one goes to which unless you're really, really attentive. And you drop your chest down one of the pipes, and you hope it lands on your pipe once it goes through the maze. It's an E. I've never been a fan of, like, I don't even know. I mean, it's not luck based, because it's not so fast that you can't see, but I mean, it's not so slow either that you can be like, oh, okay, this one's obviously it. At best, most people are just gonna guess on it, you know. Next, we have Platform Peril. I'd say that's an A. It's just simple. You jump across the platforms to the finish. Came back in Mario Party 2. That one version is also cool too. Better than a lot of them, but still not what I would consider, you know, like S rank. Obviously, because I put the shit in fucking A. All right, Running of the Bulb. I'm gonna put this one as S. It's another rare 4-player cooperative minigame, but it's kind of like a mini dungeon crawler in a mini game, where you have an objective. One person's holding a light bulb, the 3 other people have to fight off boos that are attacking you and make your way to the end of the hallway into the light bulb, and it's pretty fucking cool. Next we have Shell Game. That's a C. All it is just there's 4 Koopa Troopas. One of them's holding a treasure chest, and you gotta just follow them around as they're moving around the stage and choose the right one. It is literally a fucking shell game. Next you have Coin Shower Flower. I'm gonna say that's a C, because nobody's really like losing money here, but only one person is really making a lot of money, and everybody else on the side that's not on the flower, the other 3 players, are just picking up scraps. So it's really, really lopsided in the favor of the one player, unless they're really fucking horrible and fall off the flower. Next we have Shy Guy Says, fucking classic. This is another one that's been in all the Mario parties, been in 2, been in Top 100, been in Superstars. It's not, I don't like it as much as the other ones that's been in all those games, but it's a fucking great ass mini game. It's basically Simon Says, dude. How can you fuck up Simon Says? Next we have Skateboard Scamper. I'm gonna put this one at an E. This was another one that I was surprised it didn't hit me the same once I replayed it years later. The premise is you're on a skateboard and you have to tap B to move on the skateboard and jump over obstacles and reach to the end. I feel like it's probably more fun with human players, but if you're doing it with fucking computers, it's a pain in the ass, and yeah, man, I didn't like it. Next we got Slot Card Derby. I'm gonna put that as an A. Once you figure out how the control works, it's pretty fucking cool. Basically you just push the control stick forward to speed up, but if you see your tires start to smoke, you gotta let go of the stick so you can stop yourself from spinning out. It's pretty fun. It was in Mario Party 2, and I think it might have been in Top 100. I'm pretty sure it's in Superstars as well. Tightrope Treachery. I don't really know how to rank this one. So Tightrope Treachery, one person is rocking on a tightrope, and you got 3 people shooting cannons at the person on top. They're shooting up from the ocean, so they gotta try and aim and hit them. You know what? I'm gonna put this as a C, because I feel like I just can't 100% decide if it's like balanced 50-50 or not. I feel like C is a fair place for that. Next we got Tipsy Tourney. You're on a board. You gotta move a Koopa shell around to remove the squares off the board. First person to do it wins. Came back in Mario Party 2. I think it's maybe in Superstars. I'll put that as an A because it's always a good ass time, always solid. Next we got Teetering Towers. You just jump across the falling platforms, reach the finish. This is getting an E because the angle is really weird and it's, I don't know, it's hard to discern where you're jumping at. Next you got Treasure Divers. This one's a B. It's all the fun of deep sea divers, but you don't have to worry about reeling somebody in. You're just swimming and you're for yourself. You're getting your own money. Whack-a-Plant is a one-player minigame. Basically, it's whack-a-mole with piranha plants. You just jump on top of them. This is an A, because at the end of the day, it is just whack-a-mole, but whenever you get it, you can make a decent amount of money. And last but certainly fucking least, the worst minigame probably of the entire series. Fucking Tug of War. Oh my god, man. Ooh. It was bad whenever I was a kid, and it's certainly much worse now. This game right here is the entire reason. Well, maybe not the entire reason. Paddle Battle and Pedal Power, they also have their share of it too. But Tug of War is usually the first thing that people think of whenever it comes to control stick minigames from Mario Party 1. They're absolutely fucking horrendous. For the exact same reasons as outlined before whenever I was talking about Paddle Battle and Pedal Power. Fuck this game, it is shit. And it baffles me that they thought it was a good idea to bring that back in Mario Party Superstars. I think they even did it in Top 100. Though it's not as bad in Top 100 because the control stick is a nub since they're using the 3DS. They even put like a disclaimer at the beginning of the Mario Party on the N64 expansion pass to let you know not to use your hand, the palm of your hand, to rotate the fucking control stick. And between you and me, I tried every single method. The only method that works is the palm still, the palm of your hand. Nothing else is really gonna cut it. Nothing. So yeah, this is the tier list for all the mini games in Mario Party 1. A lot of A's, a lot of B's and C's, very few like really like masterpiece mini games, and very few absolute fucking abominations to God. So all in all, I'd say that's a pretty good spread. Actually, now that I'm looking at my tier list, it almost mirrors. If I had like one more shitty mini game to put down an F, it would be a complete and total mirror. So, yep, that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoy, and at some point in the future, I will do Mario Party 2 and Mario Party 3. And possibly 4, 5, and 6. Maybe 7 or 8, who knows, but in the near future, expect Mario Party 2.